Mr. Thapar, before I get into this debate, let's first clarify the word review. I just heard Mr. RPN Singh talking about, no, we are not for review. So the moment you say there has to be an additional reservation, are you not reviewing it? There is a status quo, and if the status quo has to change, it is a review. So let's not beat around the bush.
All right, so will you tell me,
what is review?
Come
review
to your party's position now. Let's not get distracted by what does the word review mean. Let's not be etymological. Tell me instead what is your party's position. Are you in favor of a review or not?
The party's position is very, very clear. The party is for the reservation of the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and the party is for the reservation of the OBCs.
So you want no review?
So as far as the party is concerned, the order of the Supreme Court is sacrosanct. We uphold what the Supreme Court has laid down, that there is a 50%.
So you're saying to me you do not want a review. Mr. Mittal, just clarify your party's position. If you are for SC/ST and you're for OBC, does that mean you don't want a review? You do not want a review?
Sir, as I said, what is your definition of review and what is my definition of review?
The party stands
to be different.
Jaitley got up and said in Parliament today.
I'm going to quote to you. I'm going to quote to you what Mr. Jaitley said in the Rajya Sabha today. Here it is. जहां तक सरकार की स्पष्ट नीति है, आरक्षण की मौजूदा व्यवस्था बनी रहेगी, हर हालत में बनी रहेगी, which means he doesn't want any change in the existing reservation policy at all, full stop. Therefore, you're not in favor of a review.
But that does not mean there's not a review. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You want a review, but you don't want to change anything as a result of the review, so the review is an academic exercise. All right.
Mr. Thapar, first, reservation is not a homogeneous concept as you are trying to make it out to be. It is not. There are two distinct forms of reservation. One is for the scheduled caste, and the scheduled tribe. The other is for the educationally and socially backward classes. It's not caste, please understand. The constitutional provision under Article 16 and 15 deal with reservation for the educationally and socially backward classes, and that is what entails the Muslim classes, which are also socially and educationally backward, to be a part of the OBC reservation. So, and secondly, the reservation again has two dimensions. One is the reservation is an education. Allow me, just allow me.
Mr. Mittal,
I may bring out a point to you.
You're pointing out something that is not really relevant, because I don't deny that reservations is not homogeneous. I don't deny that there are many different types of reservations. What I asked instead was that the very concept of reservations has begun to foster a struggle to be declared backward, as a result of which people like the Jats, the Patels, the Kapus and the Gujars are struggling to be accepted as something more backward than they are. And that is an attitude that reservations have fostered. Do you think reservation policy needs to be looked at and reviewed in the light of this fostering of an attitude that Mr. Joshi himself says is not thinking in the right direction? I'm quoting Mr. Joshi.
You have to understand that there was an action which the Congress government had taken. You see, on 29 June 2011...
No, forgive me, giving reservations to the Jats and Gujars has been done by your government in Haryana and in Rajasthan, not Congress.
Sir, if you will not allow me to elucidate my point through the context I am talking about, what is it that you want me to speak? I'm giving a context. The context is that earlier, 1931 was the last census of caste. And on the basis of a census of 1931, all kind of reservations were being made for backwardness of educational and social backwardness. 1931, after which this country has seen a partition.
All right.
Now the Congress in 2011 started the caste census of this country.
You're very good at blinding us with detail that effectively not only deflects the conversation but takes it in a completely different direction.
You haven't heard my argument.
I heard it at great length, which is why I'm saying this. You haven't answered my question, and I think it's only fair that we should now move to another person.
I'm answering your question in terms of my argument. The issue is, when now there is a data which the Congress started getting collated, and now there is a data. In light of the findings of the data, you have to look at what it is.
I have asked you a question about Mr. Joshi, not the Congress party, and the question was whether you agree with Mr. Joshi.
Sir, Mr. Joshi's statement has to be viewed in a context also.
All right.
Mr. Joshi's
let the context for Mr. Joshi come from Mr. Sinha.
There is a context to
finally,
the entire thing.
All right,
Mr. Thapar, he's not named any of the communities which you are saying he's wanting to say. Secondly, Jats did have reservation. You must understand the historical concept of the Jat reservation also. The Jats did enjoy reservation for a very long time, and subsequently it was taken away from them by a Supreme Court judgment. So these are not comparators you are talking about. And as far as what I just heard Mr. RPN Singh said, we gave OBC reservation. Mr. RPN Singh, your sense of history seems to be defective. The OBC reservation came out of the Mandal Commission.
No, we didn't give it when we introduced, when it was made a law, Mr. Mittal, you didn't hear me.
And you just heard what Mr. Thapar quoted, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, Mr. Rajiv Gandhi talking about reservation. So please, I mean, don't...
Mr. Mittal, you want to make it, we know your mindset, so you want to make that, we can have a debate separately.
Mr. Mittal, when you say the Jats had reservations for a very long time, I think that long time was actually the brief period of the last 2 years of the UPA government, which first gave it and then had it struck down. If 2 years is a long time, I must admit you and I have a very different sense of history. But I want to come back to Mr. Sinha. Mr. Sinha, who exactly did Mr. Joshi...
We talked about OBC reservation, and OBC reservation was not given 2 years back.
Forgive me, sir.
Mr. Thapar, let's stick to the facts.
For Jats.
The facts are OBC reservation was introduced
permit me a chance to ask